Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm speaking a little bit quietly because Ivy is currently asleep in her buggy, and yeah, I'm just trying to record this quickly. Ooh, lost my spoon in my smoothie bowl. I'm trying to be too cool using this little wooden spoon. So I've just made myself a smoothie bowl, which is dripping everywhere, in my really nice new coconut bowl. I have several of these, but I wanted a bigger one, and I love coconut bowls. So yeah, I decided I was going to get myself a new one. Let me just get my notes out. What I thought I would talk about, I was trying to decide, do I want to talk about like my goals or how I do goal setting, and I thought there's enough of that. There's enough of that out there. Some people don't like setting goals. It's not new year, new me. It's, you know, new me, new year, same me, but different goals. And there's so much pressure on setting goals and achieving the best and aiming for the sky, and which is all great. I totally am behind all of that if that's what you want to do. So what I thought I would talk about today is what I learned last year and how I'm going to use that going forward. There may be some things in here that are helpful for other people. If not, it'll just be a little diary for myself to look back on. Last year for me, 2018, was really a year of figuring out what I was doing, where I was putting my focus. I also realised I had a lot less time. Having two children, really, I didn't realise how much more time that would be, and not in a good way, but at the same time it meant I had to take a step back a bit and assess where I was giving my energy, what I was spending my time on. Bin man just emptying the recycling. So I'm going to eat my smoothie bowl whilst I'm talking to you with this very eco wooden spoon. I can't remember where I got the spoon, but the smoothie bowl has got vegan protein. It's got flaxseed, linseed, chia seeds, blackberries, banana, pea milk, I want to say, and blueberries. Oh, and maca powder, and it's really tasty. A little bit runny though. I always put too much fluid in. Right, so having two children has really forced me to reevaluate things. With Ray being at school, I had a lot of time to myself. I worked a lot more last year. Everything was very easy and comfortable, I would like to say, which is never a good thing. So this year, and I also gave myself that time. I took 3 whole months off when Ivy was born. I gave myself that time to just focus on her and actually just like breathe and enjoy being a mum and just appreciate what we'd gone through in order to get to having her. And I'm not saying that's a reason for, you know, stepping back from like my own goals, but I did give my energy into being a mum and trying to be a mum of 2 because it was a big change. I'm so glad I did that and gave myself that time. But this year is definitely going to be about me and using what I learned last year to focus on the things I want to focus on. So my first lesson from last year was to find your focus and remind yourself of that regularly. So if I decide my focus is to put my time and my energy into being the best mom I can be, then I need to keep reminding myself of that when I see other people really excelling in their career or being promoted, or I have to remind myself that was my focus. And likewise, with my running this year, I have made some goals in terms of improving the speed of the distances I enjoy running, which is half marathon and marathon. And then obviously when I see lots of people that I'm friends with who I really admire doing like loads of 10Ks and shorter distances, I have to remind myself that is not my goal and that is not my focus. So reminding you myself, it's my recognition and my lesson from last year, is to find what my focus is and to drive towards that. I also, towards the end of the year, got some support from Business Gateway for my Joe's Healthy Cupboard and trying to figure out what I'm doing with that. And again, I'm constantly reminding myself that is my focus for this year. It is to grow Joe's Healthy Cupboard, make it both virtual, online and physical in-person workshops that I'm doing, plus a whole heap of other ideas that I'm not going to go into here. The second thing is set fewer goals. I have a habit of having like 20 million goals in all areas of my life, and it's just too much. It's overwhelming. And when I look back at last year, yes, I did tick off most of the things I had set myself, but I did set myself a fewer amount of goals. I think I had maybe 6 or something along those lines. Maybe it was 10. Anyway, I would say I achieved about 50% of them. So this year, I decided to set myself fewer goals, have 5 key goals. Actually, this book is so helpful. This is my Laws of Attraction planner, and in it encourages you to kind of focus on your... Oh, there's so much stuff in here. I'm not going to go into it. Look it up online, but it's brilliant. Number 3 is listen to my gut instinct and don't make decisions from my ego. Now, what I mean by that is, because I see someone else doing better than me in another area, I don't want to then go and focus on that area because I want to be better or like doing as well as that other person. And your ego definitely has a habit of approaching things and appearing when you don't want it to, and your ego is definitely not the thing to let you guide your decisions. So removing that and removing all kind of concept of competition or doing something because someone else is doing it, trying to do it better than someone else because you know you can or you think you can. It's more about, for me, listening to my gut instinct, which is to go down a certain path and to focus on that regardless of what anyone else is doing. Number 4 is stick to things. For me, I also have a habit of letting myself off the hook. So for so long I've been vegetarian, which I'm absolutely happy with. I'm so proud of myself for all the changes I made over the past 4 years. But in the back of my mind, I have this little nagging thing that is saying, you can do more. You can do more for your health, you can do more for the environment, you can do more for the animals. And I've always kind of let myself off the hook with certain dairy things and eggs. And so I decided to do veganuary, and there's been moments where I've thought, oh, if I have an egg, no one's going to know, or there's a bit of dairy in that. If I'm aware of it, I am absolutely sticking with it because I believe in myself enough to know that I can do this. I am not going to beat myself up. I'm not being all perfectionist, but I am doing more, and that is the key thing. I'm doing more and I'm sticking to it. I think that's important, and also to stick to my running goals and my business goals. So sticking to the things I've said, making solid decisions. Number 5 is follow those who inspire you, not who inspire others. Again, this is another thing that I have been surrounded by a lot of people who are interested in personal development, and I think when obviously people genuinely send you things you'll be interested in to listen to and to watch, but I think you have to again go with your gut instinct. And just because you see someone else posting about a podcast that's 2 hours long that's on something that is kind of interest, it doesn't mean you have to go and listen to it. I in the past have kind of darted all over the place with listening to inspiring things or following certain people because other people have, or other people have recommended them, but I'm going to be much more selective about what I listen to. I just don't have the time. And I used to think, I don't get that, when people say they don't have the time, it's a choice. But yes, it is a choice what you spend your time on, but also I get not having time. Again, having a 1-year-old and a 7-year-old and wanting to be the best mum I can be and partner and wife and friend and all of this, I need to focus. So again, it's to do with focus, but follow and listen to those who inspire you and who are linked to your goals, not other people's. 6, live in the moment and enjoy the journey. Something else I tend to do is future forecast, and I think I have been much better at being more in the moment and actually absorbing little things rather than worrying so much about, I'm going to have some more of my smoothie bowl. It's good. Worrying so much about the future, about finances, about whether I'm good enough or whether I can be successful. Actually just doing the actions and being in the moment of that action rather than thinking about the future all the time. So live in the moment and enjoy the journey. Number 7, be authentic. Authentic is definitely my word for the year. What I mean by that, again, is not being so influenced by other people and doing things to please other people. Being authentic to myself, following my journey and saying and sharing what I want to share, rather than holding back all the time and worrying that I'm not pleasing this person or that person might be upset or I'm not doing what I should be doing. Authenticity to me is doing as you feel is right for you. Number 8, if something isn't working, change it. I'm very slow again to make changes when I realise something isn't working for me or I'm not working for something or whatever. I don't know. Just an example would be if I'm trying to do all the housework, do all the cooking, be the perfect mum, but also grow my business this year. I can't do all those things. So I need to take a step back, do a rota, share the load and be more letting go of things that don't matter so much. Number 9, ask yourself, is this about me or why is it triggering me? Is this about me or why is this triggering me? So very often when someone says certain things or does certain things, we get annoyed or we feel irritated or we react in a certain way, and I'm sure everyone does it. I'm definitely guilty of this, but stopping to ask myself, actually, is it more about me? Am I being triggered by something that has maybe irritated me in the past, about something from my childhood? Am I just does that kind of thing annoy me because of something to do with me, or is it actually genuinely about the other person? Most of the time it's about you, it's not about the other person. I can't really think of an example about that. Yeah, for example, someone being late, that might be an example. Lateness really annoys me because when I was a child we were always late for things, so that's about me, it's about my kind of issues with lateness. So that's just an example. I mean, I'm not saying I'm irate if someone's late, obviously I forgive very easily, but just thinking about whether that's something from your past. Number 10, stay positive about your future and visualize it. So that I have a tendency to kind of be really, really positive for a period of time, and then suddenly I'm not where I want to be and I start getting really, really negative and feeling sorry for myself and just taking out on people closest to me and not maintaining that positivity. So for me, I am trying to visualize every day what I want in my life, how I want my day to go. I'm not saying I'm going to do it, I'm just trying my best to do it every day. I'm still holding the smoothie bowl and dropping the spoon in it. That is my 10. Those are my 10 key things I think I learned last year, and I just want to use them to kind of propel me forwards and be a better person and be a better wife and be a better mum and be a better friend and be more focused this year and just be calmer, because life is so short and it's not worth sweating the small things. My husband is right, he always tells me that. So I hope you're having a great day, and I also hope that you have a great 2020. I hope that you stick around. I would love for you to subscribe if you enjoy my videos, and I love sharing my journey. So have a great week.